Today, I'm talking about the voucher scandal threatening the Japanese parliament. Right now, the government faces serious issues. Beyond the usual economic problems, inflation suddenly shot up. And on top of that, there's the trade war. Then there was also the huge financial scandal involving those small gift vouchers. Each voucher was worth only 100,000 yen. They may have been small, but the damage was massive. You can support information about the Japanese government's notorious gift voucher scandal by scanning this QR code. Or, if you haven't subscribed to us yet, you can support us just by hitting that subscribe button. Just once is enough. Okay. 100,000 yen gift voucher became a major financial scandal in the Japanese government. This 100,000 yen gift voucher ended up causing trouble for Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and the Liberal Democratic Party. His party, or the LDP, suffered damage. And their popularity hit an all-time low, almost -30. Because it was revealed that Prime Minister Ishiba handed out 100,000 yen vouchers to 15 new LDP members of the House of Representatives, which is his own party, by the way. And this all came out because Prime Minister Ishiba gave out those vouchers to the new members of parliament during a dinner at the official residence just this past March. Actually, like I mentioned, the voucher is just a small slip of paper. 100,000 yen might not be a huge amount of money, but the point is that before this, Fumio Kishida, the former prime minister of Japan, also resigned over a financial scandal. And at that time, when he stepped down because of the financial scandal, the public just stopped supporting him. You could say it was a much bigger deal than the voucher. 100,000 yen is a lot, because back in Fumio Kishida's time, there were payments made to members of parliament, and that money was turned into a secret fund for campaigning. So the whole thing just blew up until they got caught, and Kishida ended up resigning. This whole secret campaign fund scandal caused the LVP to lose its majority in parliament in the election last October. At that time, when Kishida resigned, the LDP had Ishiba as the party leader, right? As for the specific reason Shigeru Ishiba was chosen to become the next prime minister, it wasn't just because he was the party leader. It was primarily because Ishiba was seen as a clean outsider who wasn't involved in the recent major financial scandal, specifically regarding the hidden secret funds during that election cycle. So people intentionally chose Ishiba, but then, out of nowhere, at the end of this past March, the issue of Ishiba's gift vouchers, those little vouchers worth 100,000 yen each, came up, right? But honestly, the amount of money isn't the real issue at all. Because like I said, the amount of money isn't that much, but it's a lot when it comes to the public's feelings. No matter how big or small your financial scandal or corruption is, it still equals corruption all the same. Plus, the people involved are from the same party again, the LDP. And the LDP is trying to restore its reputation. But people haven't even forgotten the old scandals yet. And now there's a new issue coming up again. Right now, Ishiba has come out to apologize. He said that his decision to give gift vouchers, or 100,000 yen gift cards, to the new members of parliament was a mistake in judgment. But Ishiba insists that the vouchers he gave to the 15 new MPs were not illegal because he used his own personal money and it was meant as a reward for the MPs who had done a good job. Ishiba also said that throughout his career, he's often been told by people like, hey, Ishiba never really goes out anywhere. He just keeps to himself, is always alone, and is stingy too. Stuff like that. So he wants to make up for that part, where people say he doesn't really meet anyone and is kind of stingy and all that. So he wanted to make up for it by giving out vouchers as a gesture of goodwill to the members of parliament. But this time, the public just wasn't having it. They didn't agree with what Ishiba did. As a result, the approval rating for the cabinet under Ishiba's leadership dropped to a historic low. For example, there was a survey asking people about the scandal involving the 100,000 yen gift voucher. What did they think? 75% said that even if it's just a voucher, even if it's only a sum of 100,000 yen, it remains a significant problem. And the scandal from that little gift voucher has only served to make it much more difficult for Ishiba's government to do its job. Especially the hardest part of running the government is getting the budget passed. because from the very beginning, it was already tough for Ichiba's government to get the budget through, since Ichiba was running a minority government. And now, the situation in Japan, both the economy and everything else, is really not good. This is truly what you'd call a challenge for the government. Whether it's about inflation, Japan has always pursued a deflationary policy. It's been deflation for decades, and then suddenly, in 2022, inflation started to rise. Because they changed their monetary policy, right? So now Japan's inflation rate is at 3.7%, which is really high. And that's made the prices of goods go up. The thing that's gotten the most expensive and is the biggest problem is rice, because rice is the staple food for Japanese people. Take a look at this graph. The price of rice has skyrocketed since the end of 2024. That's pushed rice prices in Japan to an all-time high, and it's a real problem because people just can't afford to buy rice anymore. How are people supposed to live like this? So the government has to step in and solve the problem by releasing several 100,000 tons of rice from their reserve stockpiles. This is to keep rice prices from getting even more expensive. This is the internal pressure factor. As for the external impacts, everyone is already pretty familiar with them. That is, of course, the trade wars started by Donald Trump, who announced tariffs and trade barriers on every country. Japan was hit a bit harder than others because it fell into a zone with particularly strong trade barriers. For example, cars manufactured outside the United States faced a 25% trade tariff. It started on April 2nd. This had a huge impact on Japan's economy because in 2024, Japan's largest export, which has actually been the country's biggest export for many years, not just in 2024, is automobiles. And the largest market for Japanese car exports is the United States. In 2024 alone, the value of automobile exports from Japan to the United States was about 40 billion US dollars. This makes Japan the second largest exporter of cars to the US in the world, just behind Mexico. Most of the cars coming from Mexico are actually from China, but when it comes to major Japanese brands exported to the US, we're talking about familiar names like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. Now, if these three brands were to face trade barriers and couldn't export to America, that would be bad. According to estimates from the Japan Research Institute, if Japan were hit with a 25% auto tariff by Trump, Japanese passenger car production would drop by 4.3%. Right now, Prime Minister Ishiba has said that the Japanese government is considering and looking for ways to negotiate the best possible deal. Given the pressure, both domestically and from the struggling economy, they're really trying to find the best solution they can. And then there's also the impact coming from outside the country. So there's a real chance that with all this, Prime Minister Ishiba, especially with the added scandal involving that little voucher, could end up losing his position. And there are three main factors that could cause Prime Minister Ishiba to lose his position. The first is if the opposition party submits a no-confidence motion, which could remove him from office. The second is if the LDP, which is Ishiba's own party, can't handle all these scandals and controversies anymore. They might put pressure on him and force Ishiba to leave the party himself. Or, third, it's possible that, looking at the situation, Ishiba's term might not last much longer anyway. Ishiba resigning on his own might actually be the best solution. But honestly, Ishiba is still pretty lucky, you know? Even though the public disagreed with Ishiba's voucher giveaway, most people still didn't think that the whole 100,000 yen voucher issue was serious enough for Ishiba to have to resign to take responsibility. There was a survey conducted, and 60% of respondents said that it wasn't necessary for the prime minister to resign over this. And according to a report from the Japan Times, it was mentioned that there are members of parliament from the LDP. Only a few people have openly called for Ishiba to resign. Do you know why? Because the LDP changes leaders so often. And if Ishiba were to resign and there was another leadership change, that would mean the LDP would have had 5 prime ministers in the past 5 years. Doesn't that seem like a lot? Isn't it too frequent? It would make it look like the LDP, it makes them look risky, like they're too unstable, right? So why does it have to be like that? Now, we'll have to keep following to see whether this little voucher can actually bring down the Japanese parliament.